Hello YouTube, Diogo here from bestlife52.com. Today I will show you the best portable table saws of 2020. I will talk about the best portable table saw for fine woodworking, the best one for DIYers, the best job site table saw, the safest portable table saw, and the best cordless table saw. So keep on watching. Portable table saws are more precise than ever before. Most of them cost less than half of a hybrid table saw. Some people also call them job site table saws or contractor table saws, or even benchtop table saws. Whatever the name you use, they are small enough to be stored on a shelf, light enough to toss in your trunk, and powerful enough for average cutting tasks. I'm comparing table saws here and I am being impartial. This way, you can choose to buy what makes sense to your needs in your workshop or job site. So, let's get started! This DeWalt is the best portable table saw for fine woodworking. In fact, this DeWalt is so good that it's the best portable table saw for almost everything. And here are two main reasons why. First, the motor. It is very powerful and cuts hardwoods as easily as softwoods and construction lumber. A powerful motor is used under less stress, so it lasts more. Second, DeWalt's rip fence has a rack and pinion system that is very precise. You can set it up with accuracy every time. By the way, this portable table saw has a 32.5 inches of rip capacity. There are two other good points to this saw as well. This saw is also very ergonomic. You can adjust the stand leg to a height that's comfortable for you. It's easy to reach the on-off switch. It's also light to carry it around your garage or even up and down flights of stairs if you want to carry it to your job site. And fourth, this table saw has a great price, one of the best in this portable category. And now for the negatives. First of all, the motor is powerful, but it's also very loud. It's the loudest motor of all portable table saws. So you will need to wear ear protection, but that's something you should be wearing anyways, right? The second con is the cord that's too short. If you need to be a couple of feet away from an outlet, you will already need an extension cord. It isn't too much of a big deal, but you should keep that in mind as well. The third negative is the miter gauge that comes with the saw. It's hard to store it, it's hard to grab it and use it. And when you go use it, it's inaccurate. So you're better off making your own or buying a separate accessory. But these are small bits. This DeWalt is good at all the big important things. The one aspect that the DeWalt cannot compete is safety. We will see now all the reasons why SawStop could make a lot of sense to you in your workshop. SawStop makes the safest portable table saw, and here are 4 reasons why. First of all, the most obvious, the safety. SawStop has a flash sensing technology. The saw applies a tiny amount of electric voltage to the blade and monitors that voltage. Wood does not conduct electricity, but human flesh does. When a finger touches the blade, the current changes. That activates the automatic brake, and the blade stops in under 5 milliseconds. Blinking takes 100 milliseconds. This is how fast the SawStop works. Resetting the saw takes only 90 seconds, so you can go back to work super fast. SawStop also has the most accurate table saw out of the box. That means it is manufactured to a higher precision and better build quality than other brands. The miter slot, for example, is parallel to the blade and the rip fence. The SawStop also has the biggest table, so your lumber will have more support during each cut. That also gives more safety when cutting larger work pieces. And under the table, there's a drawer for onboard storage. You can fit the dust collection guard, the riving knife, the miter gauge, and other stuff there. And now for the negatives. First of all, the price. The SawStop is the most expensive portable table saw. it is also the safest one. It's hard to put a price on that, but here are some consequences. A laceration has $2,900 of medical costs, 24 days off work, and $2,700 of wage loss during that period. It's even worse for finger amputation or severe laceration cases. And this is the only portable table saw that will not cut off an operator's finger. Also, the miter gauge is pretty bad, especially for a saw at this price point. And the fence is not micro-adjustable like the DeWalt. Their rack and pinion fence system is better. In the end, choosing to buy the SawStop is all about choosing your safety. If you are a beginner woodworker, buying a saw for stationary use in your garage, perhaps you would be better off with the SawStop. Yes, it costs more. However, you will be safer practicing your weekend hobby. If you are constantly moving from job site to job site, you're always careful when using power tools and you know what you're doing. The DeWalt is just as good for less overhead. Another DeWalt? Yes. If you look closely, you will realize that there are some differences between this model and the one I showed earlier. This is a simpler table saw with its own advantages. Here are 4 of them. First of all, it is super tough. The metal roll cage ensures durability in any job site. It's built sturdy like all other DeWalt table saws, so they will last a long time. Second, this saw also has a good rip capacity at 24.5 inches. You can rip MDF, plywood, and OSB sheets. Third, the rack and pinion fence system allows for fast and accurate adjustments. And fourth, the price is excellent. If you want a robust saw for a job site, look no further. This DeWalt is your best option. And now for the negatives. This DeWalt is not compatible with dado blades. One alternative is to make multiple passes on the table saw and remove material gradually. So if you don't need that feature too often, you won't even notice that. It also uses 8¼ inch blades, and finding blade options is harder. They exist, but they just take an extra effort to find. And third, the instruction manual is confusing, so you need to be patient and proceed slowly when you're making the first adjustments and getting used to the saw. And this is especially true if you are a beginner. So this DeWalt offers a lot of value for your money. This is a very well-built saw. Get a good blade and you can rip hardwoods such as 8¼ maple without any problems. It is that powerful. DeWalt's fence system is the best in class, and it's great for micro adjustments and easy to find accurate cuts. And the price is very hard to beat as well. You can't go wrong with this one. Skilsaw has made its name inventing the first circular saw powered by a worm drive. That single tool built America as we know it. And now they released a table saw powered by the same worm drive. The first advantage of the worm drive is that it has larger gear teeth and they carry a higher load capacity. The result is a super strong motor. You will have faster cutting speeds and extended motor life. Second, the rip fence is super precise. Like the fence in the 2 DeWalts before, this one also uses a rack and pinion construction. It's easy to micro adjust it to whatever you need. The Skilsaw also has 25-inch capacity for rip cuts, and that allows you to work with any sheet goods you need. Also, the Skilsaw is compact enough to store it away in your garage, and the table saw stands folds very neatly. And finally, the Skilsaw is made entirely of metal. It's sturdy to make any cuts without vibration, and the stand is very stable as well. And now for the negatives. First, the Skilsaw is not very precise out of the box, but all it takes is some patience to set it up correctly the first time. Second, this saw also uses smaller 8¼ inch blades, so you will have less variety of blades and brands to choose from. And third, the stock blade that comes with the Skilsaw is alright, but if you upgrade it, it goes a long way in having excellent cuts. So the Skilsaw has the strongest motor of all the saws. That's why it's a great benchtop table saw for DIY. You can cut even hardwoods without demanding too much of your saw motor. And the best benefits of a powerful motor are less noise and less wear and tear as you cut lumber. The saw is also easy to adjust and use, and the table extends to almost 4 feet wide, so you can cut any sheet goods with this saw. Battery technology has improved a lot over the past 20 years. There's a battery-powered alternative for most tools you can imagine, and table saws are no exception. Milwaukee came up with this table saw thinking about tradesmen who might not have access to a nearby power source in a job site. So let's talk about 4 pros about this Milwaukee, other than having no cords, of course. First of all your existing M18 fuel batteries are compatible with this saw. The DeWalt cordless table saw requires upgrading to the new 60-volt flex volt line, and this unit is also cheaper than DeWalt's cordless table saw. Second, the motor is brushless and as strong as a 15-amp corded saw. Third, the Milwaukee has a one-key technology. It's exclusive. It tracks your tool, it locks your saw, so it's great for added security in busy job sites. And you can also use the one-key technology to lock the saw and avoid accidents with children around. For extra safety, Milwaukee also added a blade brake to this job site table saw. And fourth, the rib fence has a rack and pinion system that's great for micro adjustment and stays straight and parallel. The rib capacity is 24½ inches, so you can rib full sheet goods if you need. And now for the negatives. First of all, there is 5% less runtime than DeWalt. Milwaukee will still cut 600 linear feet of cutting per charge, so that's 720 rip cuts on plywood. One 12-amp-hour battery lasts you the entire day on moderate use. If you buy the kit with 2 12-amp-hour batteries, you can truly go cordless even if the saw is cutting lumber the entire day. The second con is the 8¼ inch blades. They are an issue to some people. And the saw blade that comes with the Milwaukee is not good, so make sure to budget for that as well when you're buying this table saw. Oh, and by the way, this Milwaukee, it accepts dado blades. So you can use all these batteries with other power tools as well, such as the quick lock attachments for gardening and taking care of your trees and shrubs around the house. The Milwaukee cordless job site table saw offers a lot of value for your money. First of all, it is cheaper and more powerful than the DeWalt cordless table saw. It's also stronger than the DeWalt, and the power, it's the same as a 15-amp corded saw, with all the advantages of going cordless. You can use an app on your phone to control the one-key system and lock your tool or track your saw for your peace of mind. This saw has an arbor lock, so you only need one wrench to change blades. And the rack and pinion fence is just as good as DeWalt's at a lower price. And this cordless table saw is compatible with all your existing M18 batteries, so you save money on that as well. I placed all the links you need in the description below, so check it out. Thank you for watching.